Are you like me and have so many paper scraps and leftover pieces that are just too good to throw away? Hello, I'm Claire from Creative the Ottaway. I'm an absolute craft addict based in the UK. My first love really is paper crafting, and this is what this is all about. I'm going to show you how to fold, cut and create the Ottaway. So every week I do a little craft tutorial. I've got a VIP group on Facebook, and I've got a members only club on YouTube, which you can select the join button and find out more. We do loads of different things in all of the different places. I do a weekly challenge, and this week is about using your paper scraps, no large sheets, just your scraps. And this is the perfect project for that. It's faux weaving card is what I've called it. I've actually used a sketch template from PageMaps. I'll put a link in the description, and it looks like the paper is weaved into each other, and it actually isn't. It's just the order that you lay it down. So this is the first one that I attempted. I got some really beautiful paper. It's actually two-sided, but I've made sure that the colours are sort of coordinate with each other, the greens and the yellows, and that makes my job a lot easier. So you could do a completely contrasting one with different patterns, and I was thinking as well that a black and white one would look really good. But I've used these papers, and I've got some more solid colours, some patterns and some florals all mixed in. I deliberately haven't added any embellishments so you can see the design. And I haven't added the sentiment because quite often I'll leave my card blank, and then when I need something for a person, I can make the sentiment really personal for them. One of the great things about making cards is that you can make it personal. You can't do that when you buy a shop bought one. So that was my first attempt. And I really love the simplicity of it. But then I decided to step it up to show you what you could achieve if you just added a bit more detail. So I've added a layer of pattern paper behind, and I've done the white piece. I've actually hired it up on like little sticky pads. Dimensionals is what I've used from Stampin' Up, but you can get lots of different versions. That's what it looks like, and doesn't it look completely different? So we're going to make one of these together. I am going to do it sort of in between these two, and these are going to be perfect to have in my card box for when I need a treat. How would I decorate them? So similar to what I've done on previous cards, this is one of my club tutorials on YouTube for my Crafty Otter members. Hello Crafty Otter members, put a comment in the comments so I can... comment in the comments. Yeah, that is right, isn't it? It doesn't sound right. Put a comment below the video in the description and I'll chat back to you. So these are punched flowers. So just like this little punch is the tiny one, and this one is the slightly bigger one. And then I've got a leaf punch as well that I've used. I find that the easiest way to add a bit of detail without taking too much time about it. And that's on another video, how I shape the flowers and layer them. But I will probably do the same on this. I will add the flowers somewhere and just a little sentiment, maybe that says hello, thinking of you, something like that, depending on who it's for. So shall we create together? Because that is the most important thing. Enough of this waffle. Okay, so what did I use? I have got a stash of paper. Like I say, I went through it. I picked colours that all seem to coordinate with each other. These, I've sort of cheated a bit, I'm not going to lie. These are from a pack, well, they're from 2 packs from Stampin' Up, and they are simply the best for coordination. So the papers really, I know, are going to go, and they're most of them, I think all of them actually, are two-sided. They don't coordinate so much on that side, but that's fine because I'm only seeing one side. This is a stray bit, and these two are stray bits from other packs as well. So I picked my colours. You actually need 6 strips. So I've gone for 6 different colours. Although what I ended up doing was I did a mock-up of the template, and then I worked out what size strips. And for a standard card in the UK, which is this size, I've gone for strips that are either 2 by 10 centimetres. So there's the bigger ones. So I'll try and put it so you can see them all. Those ones, that one. And remember, these are 2-sided. So I've got an option of the other side as well. So I've just cut a load actually, because I'm going to do quite a few of these cards. Obviously, you don't have to hang around for that. I'm just going to show you the one card. So I think that's all the 2 centimetres by 10. Okay, so that's just there. What is that in inches? Let me have a look for you. So if it's 2 centimetres, you'd probably get away with 3/4 of an inch. And the 10 centimetres, you'd probably get away with 4 inches. So 3/4 by 4 inches is what I would go for that. And then you need another size to go across, and obviously the card is narrower acrossways, so I've done those 2 centimetres by 8, and I've literally got the same paper here, 2 centimetres by 8, and I've got all different patterns in that as well. You can see some are more of a solid colour, some are floral. The other side is again something different. I would say that on this card with this design, you really need a smaller pattern. You don't need it, but it works better with a smaller pattern. So I'm going to put those there. Can you see those there? And I'm going to leave those there so you can see those there. Okay, now again, I cheated. Is it cheating? I don't know. Where's my card base? Oh, do you know what? That's going to be really annoying if I have to go and get a card base. Oh, did I not bring it through? Oh, I will show you one of these days. The little area that I film in is like across the house, even though I've got a tiny house, from where my craft room is. So I'm going to have to stop and go and get one, aren't I? Okay, bear with me. I will run. Did you miss me? I can't believe I forgot the card. So I thought I was being clever. I've got a pre-made card, okay, standard UK size. There it is, card base. I'm not going to do anything else to it. This is a super quick and easy card, and I'm just going to work on the front. I am, like I say, going to do one step in between that and that. And how I'm going to do that, and just to mix it up a bit, I'm going to use a bit of coloured card on here just to see what it looks like, see if I prefer it. So I've picked out one of the colours in the paper, which happens to be a Daffodil Delight, and I have already trimmed it so it's slightly smaller. I've actually gone 1/4 of an inch smaller on all 4 sides, which is 1/4 of an inch is just about 6 millimetres, so 0.6 of a centimetre. And this size, while we're at it, the 2 centimetres I said was 3/4 of an inch, and the 8 centimetres is 3 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate on, I'm not going to use the card at the moment. I'm just going to concentrate on this because I know this is exactly the right size. Now, The PageMaps website has got loads and loads of sketches for scrapbooking and card making, and I've only recently discovered it, and as soon as I saw this I thought that is going to be an amazing card to use up your scraps. So the template is from them and I'm going to show you how to go through it. So remember, it's fake weaving, so no weaving involved, it's just about layering of the card. So I'm just going to go for it. So the first piece I need is a longer strip, okay, which is the 2x10, and I need it to be sort of about there on the card. Okay, do I want that one? Do I want the dark one? It's really hard to tell at this stage because you can't really tell until you start layering them on. So if I was you, I'd have a little bit of a practice at the layers, but I'm just going to go for it. So I'm just going to get my glue, I'm going to stick it on, cover up these beautiful bees. Could have used those actually because it's the same yellow and the green would match, but I've decided not to. So I don't want it to go too far over and I don't want it to be too far down. There's no rules in this. Whatever you make is going to be amazing. So I'm just going to put it down, okay? And that's going to be where I'm going to do all the rest of mine from. So number 2 is going to go across this way. You go down and then across. So number 2, I'm going to look at these. I don't want a solid colour. This time I want a more of a pattern. So that, oh, that's quite nice actually. So I'm going to do that, and that is going to go across, and I'm going to put it about there. Okay, so let's see what happens. So one down, one across. So I'd watch this video through once and then come back to it. So I think it was about there that I decided, didn't I? Let's make sure that that's straight. Okay, so that's column 2. Now I want a long one again to go down, and this is going to be number 3 column. So I've already used one of those. Do I want that? That's quite nice. We'll do it. Let's use that one actually. Ooh, 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 decisions. Because actually I'm going to have 3 side by side. I really like that next to there. Do it, but I quite like that as well. Ooh, ooh, I don't know. I'm going to do this one. No, because then I've got 2 patterns. Oh God. So the most difficult bit about this card is choosing which pattern. I've already used that. How about this one? Let's use this one. Yeah, let's use this one. So 1 down, number 2 across piece. This is number 3, and this is going to go here. Now I don't want it to be in line, but I don't want it to be too far down. So I'm going to put it there, but before I stick it down, I'm going to use one of these because I need enough gap in the middle. So this is not staying, I'm just using it as my marker. Oh, look at that. No, cover that up. Are you as bad as me? Oh, my glue's not coming out. Okay, this glue is going to spurt out everywhere I can see. I really forced it to come out to start with, and now it's leaking. Okay, so that's going to go there. I've left a little bit of overhang there, but that is my number 3 panel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So back to the shorter one, and I feel like I really liked this one. So should I do that one there? I think that would be quite nice. And also just to overhang it a bit there. So that's going to go across there. So some more glue. Now you could make yours unique and make each design different by doing different things. So you could put some of these panels on dimensionals. That would really lift it up. How you stagger it different will make it look different. And how many layers you do would make it look different. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're back to that long one. Do you remember, what one did I think? Oh, I was going to put that one, wasn't I? Well, that's ruined that. Or was it this one? Actually, I think it was this one. Oh, yeah, that's going to go nice. So I'm going to do that one next. So this was panel 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 5. So there's only one more to go. Told you this was a super good card. Okay, so that's going to go there. But again, I want it to look different. So I'm going to bring it right down there. Just like so. Can you see how it looks like weaving already? It's really lovely. Okay, so we've just got one more to go, and that is going to go across the bottom. So I've got all these choices. That one I've already used. That one I've used. Although I did really like that, didn't I? That's quite nice on the other side. I don't think I've used this one. That's quite nice. I haven't used this one. Does that look too green? Oh, this one looks nice because it sort of ties in with that. I think I'm going to do that. And again, I'm going to bring it back this way and just put it there, I think. So it does overhang, but it also goes back this way. I'm going to use that one. Really happy with that one. And again, I'm not going to put the flowers on. I'm not going to make you wait for me to do that. But I am going to stick this card to the front. So, shall we recap? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to turn it over, put some dimensionals on the back, just as quick as I can, and we will be able to have our ta-da moment. So what are you thinking about this card? Do you think this is a good stash buster? What is wrong with my words? I'm loving it. I don't know if it's because I love this paper. If you look on my Instagram or on my YouTube videos, actually, I have used this paper until this is all I've got left, these scraps. I absolutely love it. It's just so beautiful. I think that'll do. It's not holding any weight. So I'm going to bring my card in, and it was this way round, wasn't it? So I'm just going to pop that on. Actually, I'm going to do it that way round so I can look at it, because where I am, just like so, and then that, let's just press that down, is our ta-da moment. Okay, let me bring the others in. I feel like I could do a bit of doodling around the edge. That would look nice. Or maybe some sparkly gems, little butterfly embellishments. So which one do you like? It's like a 1-step, 2-step, 3-step. I am loving it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Super quick and easy this week. If you like what you see, subscribe and come and find me every week. Look through some of the videos I've already done. There's sure to be one you like. And if you'd like even more of Creative the Otter Way, come join the club at the Crafty Otters. Thanks for watching.